Hey there, and welcome to HisTime365. I'm so glad you're here for day 58 of our 365-day journey through the Bible. Today, we'll look at Deuteronomy 34, and I'll walk you through what happens, what it means, and why it matters. I'll share a summary and some insights to help you see the big picture and connect with the heart of the scripture. During your quiet time, I encourage you to read today's lesson in a Bible translation that speaks to you best. Now, grab a quiet moment, take a deep breath, and let's spend a few minutes giving God His time.
The end of an era. Moses' final moments. Have you ever faced a farewell that felt monumental? In Deuteronomy 34, we witness a powerful farewell, the end of Moses' extraordinary journey and the beginning of a new chapter for the Israelites. It's a poignant moment that carries rich lessons for all of us, blending the sorrow of loss with the hope of new beginnings. As we dive into the closing chapter of the Pentateuch, we find Moses standing on the heights of Mount Nebo, gazing out over the Promised Land, a place he had led his people towards for so long, yet one he would never enter himself. Imagine the weight of that moment. He had journeyed through the wilderness, faced countless challenges, and led a stubborn people toward a dream that would remain unfulfilled for him. The Lord showed him the land that he had promised to give to the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, revealing the beauty and vastness of what was to come. Deuteronomy 34, 1-4. Moses' life, filled with deliverance and miracles, also included deep struggles. He was a leader who had seen both triumph and tribulation. The Bible tells us that he was the man of God. Deuteronomy 33:1. As Moses stood there, the gravity of his role weighed heavily upon him, but he also felt a divine peace knowing his mission was complete. Imagine standing on the edge of a vast horizon, knowing you've done all you could do, yet feeling the bittersweet sting of not being able to step into what you've worked so hard for. After this poignant moment, God takes Moses and lays him to rest in an undisclosed location in Moab. This act of divine care highlights God's intimate relationship with Moses. There, in the quiet of the earth, Moses was laid to rest, and as the scripture says, "No man knoweth of his sepulchre." Deuteronomy 34:6. It's a powerful reminder that sometimes our greatest legacies remain unseen by the world, yet they profoundly influence others. As the Israelites mourned for 30 days, they felt the weight of losing a leader who had been their guide, their mediator, and their champion. This mourning period was not just for the loss of a person, but for the end of an era, a transition from the old to the new. It's a moment many of us can relate to, whether it's the end of a job, moving to a new city, or saying goodbye to a loved one. These transitions can be difficult, but they are also opportunities for growth and new beginnings. In our modern lives, we often face various endings, perhaps a job loss or a significant life change. Each of these moments can feel like standing on a metaphorical Mount Nebo, looking out over unknown territory. But just like Moses, we can trust that even when we can't see the path forward, we are not alone. God is with us, as He was with Moses. Moreover, let's translate this into the digital realm, where we often have relationships that begin and end in the blink of an eye. Social media can amplify this experience, making farewells feel immediate and sometimes overwhelming. But just as Moses' journey was part of a larger story, so are ours. Every encounter, every goodbye, contributes to our personal narrative, shaping who we are and how we lead our lives. As we reflect on Deuteronomy 34, let's hold on to the beauty of Moses' legacy. He was a man who spoke face to face with God, who led with conviction, and who ultimately trusted in God's plan, even when it didn't align with his own desires. This is a rich lesson for us, to trust in the unfolding of our own stories, knowing that God has a purpose for each chapter, even when we can't see it clearly. In conclusion, remember that every ending leads to a new beginning. Trust the journey and embrace what lies ahead. What do you think Moses felt as he looked over the promised land, knowing he would not enter it? How can we find strength in transitions, whether they are joyful or painful? In what ways can we honor the legacies of those who have influenced our lives, like Moses did for the Israelites?
Thanks so much for joining me today for HisTime365. Remember, today's reading is Deuteronomy 34, so be sure to spend some time with those verses during your quiet time. Tomorrow, we'll be diving into Joshua 1 through 5, so feel free to read ahead if you'd like to prepare. If you enjoyed this time together, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the bell so that you never miss a day on this journey. I'll see you back right here tomorrow for day 59. Until then, stay encouraged and thank you for giving God His time today.